So I saw a post on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and I've been holding it and been thinking about it, and not verbatim word for word, but basically in essence, it said that she asked a question. It was a woman. She said, "Do men really even still like women today, or do they only want them for sex?" Right?
Wow.
And so when you put a post like that, and it actually went
Strikes close to home, doesn't it?
it went viral, and there's thousands of people commenting. So I'm reading through all the comments, and of course all the women are on there saying, yeah, you're right, girl. No, they don't, and this and that, and then you got the funny comments. Most of them are dealing with dudes and women anyway, so I don't think they like us. And then you got all the guys coming on the post. Well, who are you dating? And you just dating the wrong people, and this and that. So then they going back and forth in the comments.
The Knights in Shining Armor Brigade comes
Right. So and that's mostly what's happening there. And I'm sitting back, I'm reading, I'm thinking, I'm like, well, she may have a point when you really think about it, because there's several layers to it. The reason why it's not to the degree that she's saying when men don't like women. That's a ludicrous point to make, but to the point where we talked about this about a month ago on the show about is you find it hard to communicate, not even communicate, but talk to women about interesting topics. They the women that are in the dating pool, you're dating or whatever, even women you come across on a daily basis, a lot of them just don't have interesting conversations. They just don't. So that's one thing. Then you have, if you were to put me in a room and put women in a room, and you would just ask them, what makes you happy generally on a date, after a date, in a marriage, after a marriage, in a relationship, after, whatever the case may be.
Ask you and then ask the women separately.
Yes.
And get the answers. Honest answers. Okay.
They're going to be so different. You know what I mean? What makes me happy or makes a man happy, what makes a woman. The answers are going to be so different and just generally speaking. And so what is the common ground? She likes sex, I like sex.
That's why this is not an absurd question.
You know what I mean?
It really isn't. Because and how many times has there been some variation of, if a woman's not bringing sex to the table, what is she bringing?
Right.
Like it goes both ways.
Because if you flip the question around and you say, okay, do women really like men or do they only want sex? Well, but women want security. They want a lot of, not every woman, I'm talking in generalities, the majority, or not even majority, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm talking about. They want they want a man that can provide. They want a man, those are things they will answer and say that makes them happy. They want a family. They want marriage. They want, they're going to say these things, and that's going to equal out to their happiness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But those things, and it's a great point. I mean, those things don't have a damn thing to do with an individual guy.
No.
These are just things that you want in your life that don't have a goddamn thing to do with Brian or Bubba.
Right.
We just are potentially the guy that's going to provide those things if we're so inspired. Mm-hmm. And the other side of that coin is sex may not necessarily be about you.
Right.
It might be about having sex.
Yeah. Just
and
getting
so
off for that time.
I do think that we're in an evolved situation where honestly it's a fair question. Yeah. Relationships, a lot of them don't last, whether it be dating for a little while or long-term relationships or marriages. And there's just a lot of, quite honestly, there's a lot of misery and unhappiness on both sides of this.
It is.
Yeah, if you talk to women, they're going to complain about the dating pool. They're going to complain about any long-term boyfriend or husband they have, and guys are going to be the same way. You're like, this chick, wants stuff I don't want to give, or I don't want to, provide all this crap to anybody or whatever. It's a fair question.
Yeah.
It's just I think it's an outlier. The way I look at it, it is a complete outlier if two people really connect on multiple points.
Yeah, and we understand that happens here and there.
But
once in 3 billion.
I think that's the outlier, not the norm.
Yeah, like for example, I'm being asked, yeah, this is the female talking to me. She's saying she loves holidays that makes her happy, and what do you want for Christmas? Oh, I already bought you something for Christmas. And,
Already?
I'm just speaking. And,
can we get past Halloween?
And like it's so jacked up, and it's just stuff like I just could give a damn about. I could give a rat's ass about. Oh, what do you really want? I mean, what do really would make you happy for Christmas? Aside from head, and this is. I mean, that's really about it. I don't need anything for Christmas. I could buy.
But you answered the lady's question.
Yeah, I did.
You really don't have any interest other than that.
I mean, that's it. Wrap it up. I don't know. Put a bow on it. I don't know.
Did you ever saw the Saturday Night Live, The Dick in a Box?
No.
Oh my God, you got to watch it. If you're out there, watch. It's Justin Timberlake and one of those other ass clowns, and they literally sing like an R&B styled song called "Dick in a Box," and it's hysterical. But yeah. That could be your standard gift for all the ladies in your life.
Well, that's a go-to Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that question is a legitimate question.
No, it is. I thought it was good. I pondered on it for several weeks.
Several weeks?
Yeah.
Well, what'd you come up with?
That's what that's what I came up with, what I just
right.
described. I think, she has a lot of credence to what she's saying. I don't think it's that crazy of a statement to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than if you're trying to, if you're trying to sneak in that all guys are down low just because they don't want to hang out with you 24/7. That's another thing I thought about here. I thought about it as well, like, because a lot of women, they want to be around the guy they're dating or in a relationship with all the time or a lot of the time. And, like, it wouldn't surprise me if a man created the rule in the workplace where no fraternization. You can't be, I can't hire, because at some point the man probably gets away from the house to go to work. Back in the day, I don't know how far we have to go back, but the day shifts probably wasn't 8 to 12 hours. It probably was lower. I have to extend the work day just to get away from home for a few more hours. So I'm going to screw the rest of the population for the next 3,000 years or whatever. And then to go a step further, maybe she says, well, okay, I'll just come work with you. And we can make money together. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a new rule.
That's not quite how the fraternization policy works.
This is a new rule. No, you can't hire anybody that's married or in a relationship. No screwing around. If I find out, you're fired.
Oh, that's nepotism.
Nepotism.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fraternization is just people in the job site, getting together.
Okay, there you go.
Which, I mean, if you're in a small enough office, that can be awkward.
Yeah.
You can feel like that, the tension among coworkers and stuff.
Because it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's going to happen, but I'm saying, like, while it's happening, like, you can feel that.
Yeah.
And then inevitably when it goes south, you feel that too. And it's like, I'm just trying to work here.
Yeah. No.
Can somebody do their damn job?
Exactly.